Donald Trump is going to release the JFK files and the RFK files and the MLK files and all of the people shot by the government in the 60s. Yeah, the U.S. government shot some people in the 60s. That's what we're probably going to find out. We don't know yet. Fact check. We don't know yet. But again, fact checks are over because we're living in the now. Can you believe it, people? We made it through 1984. We're on our way out. Let's see what's up next. I do believe Trump when he says that they're going to actually release it. Like, he's like, we're going to reveal all of it. And I'm like, God damn. But at the same time, a little scared that it probably won't happen and something else will happen instead. Like, it just tiptoeing the entire way through here because I just already heard that on Saturday night, the vote for the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, may not get enough votes. He's already got 2 senators, Republican senators, willing to go against Trump on this one based on some baiting of some third party talking about how he was drunk around women or drank with a uniform on. I don't know. But it's some ridiculous crap. And so if they're going to actually be able to bring this guy down, then I don't know if there's hope. And the hope is for the hope, people, because the biggest thing we can pray for as American citizens right now is that RFK gets through these hearings next Wednesday and actually becomes the HHS Secretary. If we get RFK, I mean, Tulsi Gabbard's a weird one too, but she used to be a senator, so she does still have inside knowledge and the same kind of acceptance as Donald Trump to them. But RFK is a true us, people. He's a true normal, as unnormal as he is. I'm Alex R. Wagner. It is January 24th, 2025, and this is No News is News.
Guys, I guess just don't follow the sky, you know.
3 days ago, I took the oath of office, and we began the golden age of America. The recent presidential election was won by millions of votes, and all 7, every one of them, all 7 swing states. It was a massive mandate from the American people like hasn't been seen in many years. And some of the political pundits, even some of my so-called enemies, said it was the most consequential election victory in 129 years. That's quite nice. What the world has witnessed in the past 72 hours is nothing less than a revolution of common sense. Our country will soon be stronger, wealthier, and more united than ever before, and the entire planet will be more peaceful and prosperous as a result of this incredible momentum and what we're doing and going to do.
We had the independent power as a locality to govern our own affairs. And this is a profoundly American reality. The founders created a country where a lot of the power devolved down to states and localities. They did not want a national government that controlled everything. So, for example, if you have a city like New York that says, we're not going to ask documentation status in our schools, hospitals, or with our police force talking to people out in the streets. They're not going to ask documentation status because that's how we actually keep people safe. Talk to NYPD leaders and they'll tell you, once you start asking people documentation status, no one's going to talk to you if they happen to have an undocumented status. And that means you can't protect the community.
Sir, we have an executive order ordering the declassification of files relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
That's a big one, huh? A lot of people are waiting for this for years, for decades. And everything will be revealed. Okay? Give that to RFK Jr.
Yes, sir.
The only thing I've said about Iran, and I want them to have a great country. They have great potential. The people are amazing. The only thing I said about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. And they are religious.
Will you discuss what
they are religious?
you trust them?
There are ways that you can make it absolutely certain if you make a deal, a certain type of a deal. And you have to verify times 10.
Yeah.
But they cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Put it all on the line. It was back here in the White House.
I think it's right, yeah.
Or I think they would have tried to put you in jail.
Oh, I think so, right. You had a deranged Jack
So it was
Smith,
one of
a
the
total
other.
moron. You had a guy, deranged Jack Smith. He was looking for something, and he's done it in the past with people. But he's a failure. He's a total failure, and he failed in the past also. You know why? Because he goes too far. Putin shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have done it, and it has to stop. Do you know they've lost about 850,000 Russian soldiers and 700,000 Ukrainian soldiers right now?
And the Ukraine has been devastated.
Devastated.
Will it be a negotiated settlement, and will you lead the negotiations?
Well, I hope so. And I put out a truth today that's really strong, and I mean it. And if they don't do that, I'm going to put massive
Explain. If
tariffs.
they don't do what?
If they don't settle this war soon, like almost immediately, I'm going to put massive tariffs on Russia and massive taxes and also big sanctions. And I don't want to do that. You know, I love the Russian people. They're great people. I don't want to do that, but we got to get this war ended.
This has been the honor of a lifetime to anchor this legacy broadcast. You know, the CBS Evening News is, for good reason, the longest-running evening newscast in America. And it is powered by the finest journalists around the world, the correspondents, producers, researchers, and crews who work tirelessly to bring you the news every night. And that won't change because journalism matters. I know that because I've heard it from so many of you, our viewers. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for trusting us and welcoming hard news with heart into your homes. I will miss you too, but I will see you on CBS News programs, including mornings, 60 Minutes, Sunday morning, and in prime time. So, for the final time, that's tonight's CBS Evening News. I owe it all to everybody I work with, honestly. Love you. Good night.
President Biden has always been a real American, a patriot. And I think the fact that he did not have a peaceful transition and it was challenging for him, wanted to show the American people how to do it and remind them. And I think there were some exceptions of some of the folks that could have been there for that sort of purpose. But to have the mass number of people that showed up that really didn't have a reason to be there.
You think more Democrats should have skipped it?
Yeah, to me it sent the wrong message.
And what is that message?
That message is that this person that we told you is like going to destroy our democracy and is currently in the process of dismantling everything we hold dear. I'm going to sit here and congratulate him and pat him in the back and clap for him. That's not a good message.
Do you include President Obama and Secretary Clinton among those people?
I just do not understand why they would attend.
North Carolina's been treated very badly, so we're stopping there, and we're going to then go to Los Angeles and take a look at a fire that could have been put out if they let the water flow, but they didn't let the water flow, and they still haven't for whatever reason. So I think we're going to have a very interesting time. I think many of you are going with us. If you'd like to have a ride on the plane, we'd love to give it to you. I don't know. Is he going? Is he going? I don't know. I mean, I really don't. You know, because if he's going to be there, it would be cheaper, but I didn't invite him. Somebody did.